What's up, guys? Welcome back to Vagabrothers. Right now we are exploring Liverpool.
In this episode, we're going to learn how Liverpool became one of the most prosperous cities in the British Empire, the pop capital of the world, and the leader in the cultural renaissance sweeping the north of England.
Let's hit it. We got in pretty late last night from the Lake District. Had my fair share of coffees this morning, but doesn't really seem to be doing anything. Just right off the bat, I'm blown away. The architecture is awesome. It's kind of got like a clean Gotham City feel to it. There you are.
Must have been a big party night last night. There's literally no one here. Ready to do this?
I guess so. What's on the plate for today?
Well, we're starting off the day here in the waterfront because the whole city really came up as a port. So the story starts here, but first up, we're gonna hop on this psychedelic ferry and take a journey across the Mersey. Let's go. If you're not from the UK and you've heard of Liverpool, it's most probably in the context of its four most famous sons,
The Beatles.
So right now we're standing in front of the Mersey ferry. The Mersey is a river on which the city was built, and this ferry was recently repainted by Sir Peter Blake, who was the artist who designed Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Brigade. Hence
the trippy colors all over the side. It's the Snowdrop, but I like to call it the Trip Ship. Are you ready? Let's do it.
Way to see the city. The Mersey River is really what made this place what it is. It wasn't until the Industrial Revolution connected Liverpool to Leeds through a canal system, and that the British Empire opened up the Americas for trade, that Liverpool really began to thrive and prosper, and it became one of the richest cities in the British Empire through what was called the Triangle Trade, basically the slave trade between England, West Africa, and the Caribbean sugar plantations. We're gonna head across the river to the docks and learn more about the history of how Liverpool came to be what it is today.
Okay, so we've just arrived at the Merseyside Maritime Museum, which is located in the Albert Dock. Basically, the Albert Docks was like nearly 8 acres of wetland docks, and it's really what built the city a couple of hundred years ago. It was the foundation for all of the trade that came here and really allowed Liverpool to kind of blossom. So we're gonna head inside and find out why. Seeing that international slavery exhibit in the Mersey Maritime Museum was pretty harrowing. I mean, it must have been so, I don't know.
I think that
I can't even begin to like vlog about it.
I think that like
horrible.
Well, it's crazy. It certainly puts into perspective a lot of the history of the area. We were recently in Jamaica, which was one of the other corners of the Triangle Trade. When European empires set up colonies in the Americas, one of the most profitable crops was sugar. And so in order to farm sugar, they brought about a total of 15 million Africans over from West Africa to work in those plantations. 10% of all known African slaves came through the city of Liverpool during that time. You know, we learned about the Industrial Revolution in Leeds, and I guess one way to look at it is that during that time with so much change and so much rush for making money, and I think it was probably intoxicating for a lot of people. And I think that just kind of crazed to get more and more and more and more. People were able to see other people as commodities to be bought and sold on the international market.
But we're gonna lighten things up a little bit. One of the other things that happened in this city was piracy.
We're going right over here to a place called the Smugglers' Cove. Smugglers used to hide contraband over here. So we're gonna go over to Smugglers' Cove, get a little bit of lunch.
Yar hard flour. Yar. Well, moving forward in time, we arrived to the 1960s when Liverpool became the world capital of pop. And pretty much that is because of 4 famous Liverpudlians. You may know them, the Beatles.
But it was not just the Beatles. In total, I think there are 54 #1 Billboard hits that came from Liverpool-based bands. So we're here at the docks going into the Beatles story, which is an interactive exhibit, and then we're gonna go on a tour to see places
like
the Beatles.
Penny Lane, and Strawberry Fields, and yeah, all right, Beatles time. I've actually just been told that Liverpudlian could be mistaken for a person who actually supports the football team. Scouser is the word for somebody from Liverpool. So got full Scousers here. And the accent is like notoriously difficult, so I will refrain from trying to imitate it. It should be stated that the original YouTube fangirl was Beatlemania.
Slight correction, the first fangirls were for Elvis, because without Elvis, there would be no Beatles.
A long-time venue for jazz bands, the club was a dark basement cellar, which opened in 1957. The Beatles soon became the most popular and sought-after group in Liverpool.
We just finished a quick walkthrough of the Beatles story, and it's what a crazy story, you know? The band that kind of just started playing strip clubs in Hamburg, Germany, and then just this skyrocket to international superstardom. And then, you know, the split up of the band, John Lennon's assassination. It is kind of like this very unique story in the history of rock and roll, and one that has imprinted itself on, you know, countless people's lives. I want to ask you guys, what's your favorite Beatles song or your favorite Beatles album?
My favorite album, probably Rubber Soul. Favorite song, Across the Universe.
I really like the song Norwegian Wood, and I really enjoy the White Album.
Unfortunate that they broke up. I don't know. Yoko? Yoko, I'm looking at you.
It's over, bro.
Neither of us has found our Yoko yet, so the vagabrothers remain intact. Anyways, we're gonna go right now on a tour to where the Beatles got their inspiration. So we'll be visiting the actual Penny Lane, Strawberry Field.
Any Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, bro?
It's a bit too out there.
Aww.
So we're at Penny Lane, the Penny Lane. Sometimes we have to be tourists. Today we're being tourists. I know there's a lot more to Liverpool than just the Fab Four, but we are paying homage to these musical greats.
Whoa. I wonder how many people have been hit by cars here taking selfies. Probably quite a few.
In the year 2000, the blue plaque went on the wall. Now there's no blue plaque at George's. Why? Well, you have to be dead for 20 years to get a blue plaque. Now in 2002, Yoko Ono actually bought the house, gave it to the National Trust.
It's pretty crazy seeing where all these guys came from. I mean, you know, all the Beatles were born during World War II, came from middle-class families in suburban Liverpool. It's really just the combination of all four characters that made it happen. There's a million neighborhoods like this around the world where people have talent waiting to go express it. Maybe you guys out there watching are the next Beatles. Who knows?
Crazy thing just happened. So we were walking and we saw this guy pickpocketing another guy, so we stopped and we told him. Marko put down his bag, chased after the guy. Ends up they're doing a social experiment.
To see if people react. Like most people apparently don't say anything when they see someone get robbed.
Guy who I just videotaped just walked past and did nothing.
Alex did get robbed a couple years ago, and he actually chased the guy down and took the wallet back. Or it wasn't a wallet, it was a camera,
It was
right?
my camera, yeah. We were in Madrid. So pickpocketers, you guys suck. And people, don't be bystanders, take action.
All right, anyways, we're on our way to the Baltic Triangle. Tell you more about that there. We're heading down to the Baltic Triangle, which is essentially a neighborhood that they're trying to reinvest in so that it becomes basically a startup hub for digital startups. So right now there's tons of tech startups, video game designer companies, all moving there, and they're trying to make it basically an alternative to Shoreditch, which is where a lot of the startups are based here in the UK. We're gonna go check out Camp and Furnace, which is a restaurant in that neighborhood, which is supposed to be a pretty good place for a drink and a meal.
Alright, so we just got 2 pizzas. It's a pretty cool place because not only is it a bar, but a music venue, and they also have a big room with a bunch of different restaurants.
Espresso martini. That is so good.
Come, Mr. Bond. You know you enjoy espresso martini as much as I do. Well guys, we just scratched the surface of Liverpool. There's a lot more to see in the city, but we only have 1 day left in our trip, so we're gonna go to Manchester tonight and spend the next day soaking up Manchester to finish off the trip on a strong note.
Soaking it up like travel sponges.
Yes.
Well guys, if you enjoyed that video, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to vagabrothers if you have not already.
And in the meantime, stay curious, keep exploring,
And we'll see you guys
on the road. More
Peace.
specifically in Manchester.
Hasta luego! Plan, where are we?
Lunch, common.
Common, food, beer.
Uncommonly good though. Let's go.
Boom.